You know, we didn't have any money to do anything really. You know, it would be great if we had money. We would have stayed out and done more stuff. We didn't have any fucking money.
Let me take you down to White Run. Let me in your sweet rose. You know I like 'em. I cast a spell and make you go and clean the bathroom. Cause when it's only you and I, we don't wanna go outside when we can go and take a ride down to White Run. Let me in your sweet rose. You know I like 'em. I cast a spell and make you go and clean the bathroom. Cause when it's only you and I, we don't wanna go outside when we can go and take a ride down to White Run. She be on the Skyrim while I stream and beg. Crispy 60 frames on a Series S. I mean Series X. No wait, Series S. I lost so fucking much I can't remember what I get. I got them spells, oh. I got that alteration. I trick a debt into giving up his entire pension. A little scratch for cat. Yeah, you can feel the tension. I know a makeup glitch that probably needs her full attention. Come on, baby, we can go on down to White Run. Take off that tablecloth and I'll show you my Skyrim. You can beat a mount, I'll climb aboard and ride you. Fuck it if Jasper dies, you know it's time to take a ride back down to White Run. Let me in your sweet rose, you know I like 'em. I cast a spell and make you go and clean the bathroom. Cause when it's only you and I, we don't wanna go outside when we can go and take a ride down to White Run. Let me in your sweet rose, you know I like 'em. I cast a
Ladies and gentlemen, the story of Chris Chan is one that always goes in a different direction than where you expect it to.
Damn.
Now, sometimes Chris,
well,
most times Chris is the one who's kind of getting beaten and downtrodden.
But anyway, there's this video, Chris Chan, that hold on, 1 second. Alright, so I wanted to go over this video about Chris Chan being banned from some kind of pony show. I thought it was pretty funny. Well, initially, what I heard of it, I thought was funny. Let's watch it.
But other times it's Chris in the driver's seat, pointing the finger at companies like Hasbro or Sega and trying to put them in their place to get what he wants. But it turns out what he wanted this month is to get a ticket to a convention. Now, the convention in question is called BabsCon, and it's something that I've heard about many times while hearing about Chris Chan lore over the years, but I never knew exactly what it was for. So I looked it up, and it's a Bay Area brony spectacular. I should have known. Like, I absolutely should have known that this was some pony thing, but knowing how greatly Chris detests the new pony season, I can't imagine he'd want to go to this. I'd imagine it'd be a really big part of the convention. Maybe he'd find some like-minded people who don't like the new pony season, but it just seems like...
Hold up, we're gonna review Dr. Pepper, so we're gonna try it. Ten out of 10. I've been watching too many fucking locals, bro.
Like this whole convention would be something that he would hate. Nonetheless, he wanted to go. Now, this is on the other side of the country, you know. Chris lives in Virginia, this is in San Francisco. It would have been one of those rare times where Chris got on a plane. But this is all just speculation because he did not attend this convention. And we'll get to why that is in just a minute here. But something that kind of dawned on me was that Chris has been really trying to get to this convention for about 4 years now. Because despite me not knowing what this convention was about, I looked at the date and I realized, oh, March 31st. Wasn't this the same one that got canceled like 4 years ago when COVID happened and Chris was making a big stink about it back then? You know, he wanted them to basically, you know, keep everything locked down with the exception of things like BabCon and other related events that Chris would have liked. Oh, and not to mention the flights to and from those conventions or whatever it is. That's what Chris really wanted to happen. It was more of his, you know, I'm gonna make a big stink out of me not being able to go do something I want to do, despite despite everyone else not being able to do it. The fact that I can't, now that's a travesty, ladies and gentlemen. So all these years later, he was finally willing to make the trek. He was gonna get out there and he was gonna enjoy some pony shit. And so he sent an email to apparently one of the people on the chair board over there. He wanted to see how he could get it.
Wait, and did they? Let me guess. They hit him back with, "Fuck no, ain't no way, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it."
Ticket.
That's what they
He
said.
probably was just emailing. Like, if we're being honest here, I think there's only like one correspondence here before they tell Chris what the real deal is and how it's gonna go. But I'd imagine Chris emailed them to try to maybe get like, hey, you know, it is me, God, so maybe I can get a discount or something. That's just speculation on my part, but knowing Chris, I'd imagine he would have taken the conversation in that type of direction had the email correspondence gone the way that he wanted it to. And if that was the case, this video probably wouldn't exist right now. So with that being said, let's take a look at these leaked emails, and we gotta start with the BabsCon people, because that's where this whole thing starts. Well, it doesn't necessarily start there, but I couldn't find Chris's initial email that he sent to them, so we'll start from here, and you guys can fill in the blanks. It's pretty easy too. So the person gets in contact with Chris and says, "Hi Christine, thank you for your interest in attending BabsCon 2024. We are sorry, but we are unable to accommodate you at our convention due to potential violations of our code of conduct." So, I mean, right there, potential violations. They know Chris's track record, right? They know that despite him being out of jail, despite the charges being dropped, they are just not trying to take the risk on having someone like Chris there. And when I say someone like Chris, I mean someone who's prone to basically drop down into a ball in the middle of the convention floor because they got called out for being too touchy with people, making an entire scene and spectacle with just people around who might not even have any idea who Chris is. Here's the thing though, I've never been to like a pony convention. Maybe there's a lot of people like Chris there who are like freaking out about different like different pony seasons coming and going. I highly doubt it, you know, but I'll tell you this much. I feel like it's impossible to be an organizer of an event like this that caters to fans of My Little Pony and really anything that Chris himself enjoys, and you're not aware of who Chris is or the fact that he might want to come to this convention. But if they aren't aware, then you bet your ass there's going to be hundreds of people online pouring in emails and different things telling them, hey, this is a person who's about to attend your event, here's what he was in jail for, and here's his track record. And
there was like a huge crash at my front door. somebody or
Here's just
I just got
another
a
example
package.
of a place
Somebody
that's like,
threw it
yeah,
at my door.
yeah, we're not having that. As such, you are persona non grata at BabsCon 2024 and future Babs.
Bro, they straight up banned his ass. They say you cannot come here. But they did it in a nice
Con events, and you will not be allowed to attend. To be explicit, this is a formal notification that you are banned from BabsCon. So I'd imagine they say it this clearly for like anyone they ban, but for Chris, like they're making it crystal clear, like just so you know, do not take this any other way other than the fact that you are just completely banned. Don't show up asking about it, like you are just not welcome here. And as you'd imagine, Chris wrote a very, very long-winded response to this, which we'll get to in just a second here, but we have to finish reading this particular email. We identified and have voided the 2 Canterlot pony badges purchased under your redacted email address. As an act of good faith, we have issued a full refund of the purchase of those badges. Best regards, BabsCon. So basically, they're doing what they have to be like, look, we're just going to give you your money back, just do not be here, and that's that. Now, the one interesting thing that they brought up there is that Chris bought 2 badges. And when I hear that, it just makes me think that Flutter was going to head out there with Chris, because Chris and Flutter have been doing basically everything together when it comes to conventions and all that. No one else from the Praetor, and we don't even know if Flutter themselves is in the Praetor, but no one else in that group is really seen with Chris publicly anymore, the exception being Flutter, and that's because people think that they're in some type of relationship. I brought up in my last video that Chris was on stream talking about the friend zone and how he doesn't need any bitches, and it made it seem like it was like, okay, so maybe this isn't a relationship and they're just pretty good friends. And that's the idea that I've been working off of. This Flutter person is not someone who lives near Chris and someone he can just go hang out with. They only seem to show up when Chris is sighted at like an airport or something. So she's flying in from some...
That's the truth, though? How does anybody know? Has anybody spotted them? Or, I mean, wait. Okay, yeah, I could see how he's drawn that. They've only ever been seen together at cons. I guess I can...
location. Chris is meeting up with her and they go and do these events. This was probably another one they were going to go meet up and do together. This woman is probably just someone who feels bad for Chris, is someone who maybe has the same interests in him, or they're just a Praetor plant. Who knows? But the point I was trying to make is that Flutter was with Chris at the last convention that he went to, where he also got kicked out of. So it's not hard to imagine that this is who the second badge was purchased for. But now poor Chris isn't going to get to see his friend, isn't going to get to go travel across the country on this magical pony adventure. He has to sit at home, and ladies and gentlemen, he's not too happy about it. So let's go ahead and read Chris's response. I see. That is a major shame indeed. But allow me to ask, why is it that you all feel and see me as quote-unquote persona non grata? I have committed no crime. All right. And any allegations, I like how he spells allegations, kind of like alligator, were false and false witnessed. I may have a reputation, but part of that was based upon a portion of individuals who have long misunderstood me, and based on content that was blackmailed or coerced from me by deceptions or those respective fakers and haters. So he's basically saying, yeah, I did a bunch of bullshit, but the trolls tricked me into it. They're really the bad guys, not me. Like, I'm some poor innocent victim here.
Hold up. It says, I am a proper member of LGBTQIA+, identifying as a bisexual trans woman. And my mental detail of...
He says he's committed no crimes, but again, he was in jail for 2 years. They don't just keep you in jail for 2 years to rot if they don't have anything on you. And I get it, there have been many cases where people have been falsely imprisoned, but I bet you, ladies and gentlemen, that in none of those cases, there was a phone call recorded beforehand with the person going into just complete vivid detail of how they committed the crime and how much they enjoyed committing it. You know, that's not something that usually happens. But I do pose you this question, ladies and gentlemen. It's something I've been thinking about since I've covered this situation for about 2.5 years now. Just let's put things into a different bubble. What if Chris really was lying about all this to Bella? You know, he was sitting there trying to sound cool, making it sound like, yeah, I got a girlfriend. Yeah, I've had sex plenty of times. And like the whole time he was just using Barb.
Okay. So I made these edible oatmeal, right? And I ate a couple. Oh my fucking Jesus. Bro, my hair looks fucking horrible. I look just awful right now. I should have did something better. I don't know.
As like, you know, a disgusting front, but as something that he used to kind of sound cool, and he didn't think it would go this far, right? Like obviously, I'll tell you what, I'm in the camp that I truly do believe that he did stuff with his mother. No one goes into that much, like just graphic detail about it, if it's not something they did and or are interested in doing. But like, I've seen the...
I gotta agree. And I'm sorry, he's not that good of a storyteller to just make all that up. I don't...
Chris jail letters where he said, like, you know, yeah, I did it, but it was all good. It was all soul bonding. So I want to throw that out there because there is always that theory.
I didn't know
Chris is a notorious liar at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. However, him being in jail for like 2 years while this whole situation was playing out makes me think that there was a lot more on this that the police maybe knew that we didn't. A lot of speculation here on my part, but when it's something I've talked about for so long and it's a situation that we still don't know all the facts about, I am kind of like interested as to what really did happen here. As I said, I have my opinions, but I'm curious to know your guys' in the comments below. But as you can see in what Chris said right there, he's trying to pin the blame on other people, saying that there's a portion of individuals who have blackmailed him and have misunderstood him over the years. It's basically just the way he gets around saying that the trolls have been messing with him. Even if the trolls are messing with him and criticizing him for justified reasons, you know, like the thing that happened with him and Barb, well, they're just...
One sec.
Just a bunch of misunderstood fools. They do not understand Chris and what he is. He said it years ago to, I think, Casey. He hates mislabelings. He doesn't want to be mislabeled. And despite doing things that would label you as a certain type of person, if he doesn't want to be the thing that he is, like, you know, he's basically taken the sticker stamper or whatever it's called himself, put the label across his chest, but because he doesn't like what it says, nobody should be able to call him that. He believes that despite his actions, he should be looked at as the perfect being that he himself thinks he is. Which then leads us to, I am a proper member of the LGBTQIA+, identifying as a bisexual trans woman. Again, this is the same person who was calling himself Jesus Christ himself in the jail letters. If you wonder why I still say himself, it's because of that reason alone. Chris flip-flops with these quite a lot. And my mental decline of high-functioning autism has been a focus of some that makes them see me as vulnerable, yet I am not. I have made my mistakes in the past from those manipulations, but I have learned, and I have long soul-searched and discovered myself. And I even have more authentic friends now, who appreciate and know me better than any of the online toxic ones could ever. And so he's basically saying, hey, you know, these randoms I found online, they understand me better than you people at BabsCon ever could. I'd imagine maybe he's being buddy trolled again. Who knows, though? It's probably just, again, Prater people who are kissing his ass because they know that he brings in a pretty good chunk of change off of Sonichu medallions now. But let's go to the beginning of what he said there, because he's trying to use what he identifies as a way of saying, like, hey, you're discriminating against me. I know that's not, he's not outright saying it. He's not outright saying this is discrimination. But by starting an entire paragraph by saying, I am a member of the LGBT, and like you know what you're doing there. You know what you're doing. And I don't think Chris is going to use it in like a nefarious way, but it's just another thing that he uses as a defense mechanism to be like, oh, well, the trolls are the reason I can't go. And, oh, well, it's because I'm a member of the LGBT community and you're marginalizing me. And you're also doing that for my high-functioning autism. When really, they just don't want to deal with Chris's usual shenanigans at their event. And they have the right to feel that way and bar Chris from coming to it. I mean, it's as simple as that. Chris may not agree with it, and he clearly doesn't hear because he's trying to find any way he can to cope with it. I mean, look at this. Who writes in a letter of response to them being banned from a convention? Yeah, well, I got a bunch of new friends now, and it's really helping me with all the toxic internet trolls going after me. Like, he just wants these people to feel bad for him and maybe go, all right, Chris, you know what? You're not that bad of a guy. You get in here, Chris, and you know, we'll even pay for it for you. That's what he is praying is going to happen here. But sadly, it is all for naught. I was looking for an enjoyable, peaceful weekend with my friend that would have been more than very good and beneficial. But no, you dare deny us this simple pleasure as Pegasisters of the Brody community. I'm sorry, but the way he worded that just makes me think this is another Megan Schroeder situation where he was hoping like, hey, maybe we go out to this convention together, we're staying in the same hotel room, and one night we're sitting down, we're playing some Nintendo Switch. You know, back when it was Megan, he was talking GameCube talk. God, how time has changed, ladies and gentlemen. Or maybe it was his PSP, I'm sorry, but still, a long time ago. And what Chris thinks is that maybe they were going to go out here, and things were going to really work out. They were going to hit it off, maybe he'd really find that boyfriend-free girl he's been looking for, and these fuckers at the convention and these trolls are putting a stop to that. And the way he words it, it's like it's some grand thing, like, you dare deny us the simple pleasure as a Pegasister. Like, he's hurt by this. It's clear, like, obviously this is something that he really looks forward to. And I understand his disappointment with the situation. He loves the pony stuff. This is the community of people that he wants to be in. When we talk about it all the time, but the people who voice the ponies in these shows and the people who are like bigger YouTubers covering the pony stuff, they now just have to deal with Chris thinking that he's one of them. He thinks he deserves like a one-way ticket into any community they're in, should have access to talk to them whenever he wants. Why? Because he looks up to these people, and he thinks that he's a famous, well-known person too. And despite that kind of being true, it's not for the same reason these pony people are. Despite me not being a fan of what they do have fans, Chris being one of them. But Chris also thinks that he's on the same level as them. So when you ban him from an event like this, you're taking away something to him that's like, wow, like, this was everything to him. And it basically just ramps it up to an entirely different level because Chris really thought that like he was going to go there, just be giving high fives to all of his favorite, like Tara Strong and all that. You know, the people who, she voices a pony, right? I know that at least from the...
I know she voices Harley Quinn. And if I'm not mistaken, she was the face too of the Harley Quinn in the game.
Chris Chandler. So he's pissed. As you can see, he is pissed here. And you know, it's classic Chris to take it in a direction that it does not need to go in, but that's what he does right here when he says, well, all I can say is you were in the wrong for letting others, demons, devils, and those of the toxic irredeemable manipulate you into not allowing someone as light-powered, good, and righteous as I to be amongst you. Like, look at this. He's kissing his own ass, being like, oh, all those people suck so hard, but me, I am just so ungodly awesome. And speaking of that, I'm God. Like, what do you mean? How are you going to shut out God from your pony convention? You know, everybody is welcome in God's house. And now when Chris is being told that he's not welcomed into a house that he desperately wants to get into, he's pissed. He's pissed. And look at the way he's responding to this. Instead of being an adult and being like, well, that's a shame that you guys came to that decision. Well, thank you for letting me know. That's really all you can do. Chris is like, you are a toxic, listening to demons and the devil and holy shit. Like, no wonder they banned you. And then, of course, he has to go on to say this. And while I don't think it's a threat, it's definitely meant to sound threatening. I am disappointed, and karma will swiftly follow you and all who attend your convention this very month and this very year. So, like, he's not saying he's gonna do anything.
What the fuck? I am very connected with the metaphysical and everything. Okay, what does that mean?
Anything, karma's gonna be the one to do it. It's what he's always done with, like, you know, I'll get you in your dreams, because he can't do anything in real life, so he's got to rely on, like, these omnipotent forces and beings to do the work for him. And that's what he's saying here, you know. Basically now he's saying that people who go to the convention too, though, you know, karma's gonna come for you, because he's been ousted and been ostracized, and he's not allowed to go. Now anyone who goes, you're the fucking problem, ladies and gentlemen. You better shape up and stay away from this convention. I'm very much connected with the metaphysical and everything. I wish you would open your minds, souls, auras, and hearts for the light-powered good, of which is obvious you all need further authentic meditations and enlightenment. Now he's just ridiculing them, being like, oh, can't believe I'm so above you people, you know, you're so below me. You need to just work on yourself, because I, Jesus Christ Chan, Weston Chandler, whatever he's being called now, I'm perfect. And you guys are the ones who have the problem. That's basically the idea he's trying to get across here. For now, until after the modern day Babylon falls, I bid you good day. Be safe and well, Mrs. Jesus Christine Weston Chandler Sonichu Prime, your friendly CPU goddess Blue Heart and avatar. Sent from the AOL app for iOS. AOL? What? I just realized that. Like, holy shit, Chris is like still 15 years behind.
Oh
But you know, he says be safe and well, you know, I bid you a good day. It's so passive aggressive. He wrote this entire email with his nose up in the air, like, these people just don't appreciate my brilliance. And it's because he lives in Fantasyland. Chris knows how sad his life is. Deep down, he's really aware that he is just a lost cause. I truly believe that. But he has this thing in his mind that lets him drift off to a place, and that place is Quickville, where he's God, and he runs shit the way he hoped it would be in real life, and sadly it's not.
Oh fuck. That edible starting to...
And he runs off to this fantasy land every time he wants to get away from the troubles and the hardships of the real world. And that comes around pretty often for Chris. And that's basically what he's doing here. He's trying to make them believe in something that's not true. That Chris is some like light-powered being that they're really messing up by not allowing him at their event. When really it's just this guy who will probably be a nuisance, and it's for the best that you don't allow him there. But Chris wants to make it this grandiose thing and how he's the Lord and Savior, because in his mind, everything involving his life is that grandiose and that important, when really it was just, this was a convention doing what was best for their business, and I can't blame him for that, but Chris sure as hell can, ladies and gentlemen. So, it'll be interesting to see what Chris goes and does from here. I imagine him and Flutter will be meeting up soon, and it's, like I said, it's Chris. He's going to stream every now and again. The streams are probably going to be just absolute trash fires, with him responding to comments, not understanding most of them, and the ones that he does understand, he's going to get very offended by. It's a classic cycle with Chris, and all the locals go through it. So, if anything else happens, I'll be sure to let you know, but until the next time, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take care.
You bitch-ass worthless nigga. Your gym is mine, you bitch-ass nigga. Get that ass banned, bitch! Get the fuck out of my chat!
So, I've been watching a little bit more of LTG stuff. Not too much, but a little bit. Let's watch a little.
All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another stream. What up? What up? Brand new week, yo, Monday.
Oh God, is he gonna start?
Dude
singing?
sounds dead as shit. You guys see this? He sounds dead as a motherfucker, bro.
Look at him. Look at him.
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
Shout out for the gifted. Shout out for the resub.
He sounds depressed. Yeah. Duka, what's up, bro? Netson, what's going on, man? Max, what's up, bro? Play Bunny, what's going on, man? Spec, what's going
Shout
on,
out
bro?
a nigga that's not subbed.
Wait, how long is? Oh, 20 minutes.
Winters, what's up, man?
Oh,
Give
shit.
a fuck if you OG or not, nigga. You not subbed to me. The fuck, nigga. Anyways, unwatchable, then sub, nigga. That's all I gotta say. If you guys are complaining about crying about ads, then fucking sub. You can't afford $5 a month? Stop complaining about ads, nigga. Watch and eat these ads.
Or you can
Eat
just
these
watch the
ads like
restream.
multiple bowls of cereal.
Or you can just,
When you come in this bitch, if you're not subbed, watch the ads at dip.
bro, you can just come over to the restream, you know? So like this, you don't even have to look at ads and shit.
Yo, shout out to all my subs. And shout out to my non-subs is not complaining. Because y'all understand the program. You know, the program is you get special privileges in life when you're a part of special clubs. Like, I can't go into the gym unless I got a gym membership. Otherwise, how the fuck am I gonna work out?
Bro, how the fuck you come on pissed as shit? Literally just started the stream and you already
You know
angry.
those car washes
Already
where you could go
mad, bro,
vacuum
like,
your shit monthly, weekly, daily?
it's because I
Get
got
hella car washes a month.
Twitch
Those
Turbo,
are
bro.
called memberships, nigga. You know the Screen Actors Guild when you're an actor? You know you gotta pay to be a part of that club, right? Fuck y'all niggas talking about.
Wait a minute.
Don't be complaining to me about no ads, nigga.
Does he think he's like the Screen Actor?
It's the name of the game. You don't like it? Pay your $5 a month. $2.50 every week. Every 2 weeks ain't gonna kill you. You gonna tell me $2.50
Episode, yo, thanks for the
every
5,
week
man.
is
Appreciate it.
gonna kill anybody in the chat. Rose Speed, thank you for the
Episode
12
donated
months.
$5. Some dude from El Salvador is making
I
more
didn't see
money
it, but I
off
got
his
shit to
stream.
react to.
That's why he's mad.
Basically,
It's
bro.
$7. All right, so
100%.
that's gonna kill you. Divide 2 times 7. That's gonna kill you too. I'm having an excellent day, bitch ass nigga. So much that I'm gonna ban you out of my chat just because I'm feeling splendid. Get that ass.
Yo, how the
banned.
fuck you come in the stream
Anyone else?
pissed, bro? What the fuck is this?
Don't worry about my day. I'm live with an audience. Your day gotta suck. My day is
Damn.
phenomenal. I went live for multiple niggas.
Wait, what?
Dude,
Fuck.
Wait a
dude
minute.
came online pissed as shit, bro. Fuck. He's
All
already
these
angry,
non-subs
bro.
crying about ads. Nigga, get with the fucking program. Don't watch YouTube either, because YouTube got hella ads.
Dragon, so that's what people were saying, bro.
Niggas over here talking
Bro,
about
I'm
fucking ads,
bonkers
nigga.
right now. Oh my fucking god. Whew.
Moonlight Mask Gaming, thank you for the gifted. Yo, he shot somebody in here, a Candy Gym.
WSG Losha, God. Hope you're well. Love giving back to the community. Hope you're well. Fuck the hate.
Shout out for the dono, I appreciate it. Yo, paper shit with the 5 fucking gifteds though. Hey, salute, much appreciated. Thank you for the 5 gifted.
What the
5
absolute
candy
fuck
gems to you
was
non-subbing ass motherfuckers.
that? What the absolute fuck was that, bro? What was that? He looked like fucking what was it? What's
We
his
got
name?
5 candy
From,
gems.
Dumb and
Marquise,
Dumber. It
thank
was,
you for the 4 months. I see you with that authentic
God
sub.
damn it! Now I can't think of his name.
Can't have VIP in mind. We went over this shit.
W.
Like I said, I'll be watching, like, I'll tap into people's streams sometime and I'll see people sub and like your streamer literally ignores you motherfuckers. Like, I'm not gonna say who, but I was in somebody's stream yesterday for like 10 minutes. People would sub and this nigga would completely ignore you until you gifted 5 and up. I'm like, damn, like me personally, I wouldn't sub to a nigga that ignored my sub. I'm just keeping it a fact with you, honestly. If I'm on such a fucking high horse that when I see you sub, because I have eyeballs, right? Unless I'm doing a bunch of shit, I see your sub. Karan, thank you for the 4 months. I appreciate it. Me personally, if I was a nigga who was a viewer, right? And I subbed to somebody and they ignored me, I would not resub. I'd be like, oh, this motherfucker think he all that or she's all that. When I just subbed, I'm out of here. I'm always gonna thank my resubs. I'm always gonna thank my gifters. I don't give a fuck what type of, I could be worth millions of dollars. Motherfuckers will really be sitting here watching your sub bounce and just be like, act like they don't see it. Somebody give 5. Oh, thank you for the 5 gift item.
Really,
Y'all really be allowing streamers to treat you like bots, bro.
Bro, but you expect people to act like,
engulf yourself into this rainy waterfall at night.
Zeke was good, bro. What's going on, man?
Dab the shit on it.
Scorpio. Not that that matters.
Henny, what's up, bro? How you doing, man?
This is fucking
chilling, bro.
That's Cap. Thank you for the 3 months.
Dude, I want to watch DSP get his ass blown.
I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money.
Damn, that's loud, bro.
I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money.
Ooh, that was loud.
Hey, you missed out on a very eventful one. Because I made some major announcements. First being that Street Fighter 6 is coming back this Friday night. And will likely be in my rotation. Probably nowhere near as much as it was when I was playing it hardcore last year. But it will be back in there. And the other is that I am trying out Hell Divers 2. The game that you have said is so good. The game that everyone is saying is so good. Honestly, the only reason I stayed away from it is because I'm being told it's best played as a team-based shooter coordinated with a party. I don't do that. I'm not going to coordinate with a party. I'm not going to have a set group of allies. I'm not looking to do that. I play drop in, drop out.
Dude, I know a group of detractors that are already trying to set up a group to get him when he's playing. Dude, they want to get him.
Multiplayer. So that's how I'm going to be playing this. And I hope that you understand that. I explained that to you guys up front. That's the kind of gamer I am. So it's that simple. If it plays poorly like that, well, you shouldn't have asked me to play it, and I made that clear. But you guys have been asking for 2 straight months. And finally I said, let's do it. Let's have fun. Let's see what happens. And go from there. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're going to play about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours of this. And here we go, right? We'll see how it goes. Now, I hope people will like this after the incredible amount of demand that it's gotten. I really
gonna
hope
be
that
great.
people will like this, and hopefully it works, and it's something you want to see in my gaming rotation moving forward. Okay, I hope so. I hope that it's not. I play it and then that wasn't very good. Well, what the hell? You asked me for 2 months, right? You really did. I finally dropped the money to get it because you guys convinced me. Okay,
Bro,
so let's see how it
desperate.
goes. All right. Now I actually have no
I think he's desperate enough. I think he's just desperate enough to play Stellar Blade.
idea how the gameplay loop of this works. I have no clue. So I don't even know. Like normally I would say, oh, I'll do shout outs, you know, for contributions and talk with you guys between the matches, but I don't even know how the matches work in this game. Is it continuous? Is there breaks? Or is it a round with a certain amount of time and then it rematches with other people? Like I have no clue. So I kind of really
Then why didn't you like research what the game was before playing it?
can't say much in that direction. But I will do my absolute best tonight. People who contribute to give you shout outs as soon as I can and upgrade the leaderboards as soon as I can. And hopefully this brings some attention back to my content. Being honest, like playing RPGs ain't doing it. You know, I would say the other stuff I'm doing right now is doing pretty good. You know, Alone in the Dark has been doing good on stream. Elden Ring did pretty good yesterday. And maybe bringing Street Fighter back into the fold, doing something like this for variety will work. We'll see. Okay? As of now, quick shout-outs before we even get started. Game Dude 171 re-upped his membership for 3 months. Thank you, Game Dude, for 3 months of support. And Gabriel, thank you so much for 12 months. All right? And he says 1 year. Eternal Napalm, this is not a Stellar Blade stream. No one cares. Please stop talking about Stellar Blade at this point. Because you do it every stream now, and it's getting annoying. Because I'm not playing it. So please stop. Okay.
Oh, yes. If you're desperate
see
enough to buy Helldivers, you're going to play
Yeah,
Stellar
I'm pretty
Blade
good.
at
I'm pretty
some
close to
point.
the end of Alone in the Dark, right? I'm pretty sure we are, correct? I think one more stream it will do it. I don't know. You probably know better than me, John, because if you watched and got caught up there, I don't know how close we are to the end of it or not. Shadow of the Mango Tree, thank you for the first super chat of the night. He says, here cause democracy, we are back, fam. All right, thank you, Shadow of the Mango Tree, for your super chat. Okay. Yeah, I heard that the original Helldivers was a completely different style of game, right? I've heard that it was like Derek just said in the chat, he says it's a sequel to a top-down shooter from 2015. What a weird choice to take a game that was a top-down shooter and completely convert it into a third-person team-based action game, right? But, hey, I guess it worked because people are playing the hell out of the game, right? Weird that they changed genres like that, though.
Helldivers 2 is a very good.
Let's see here. I received a $20 tip to start. From Dan the Man, do you believe in Alone in the Dark? Do you believe in Alone in the Dark? I can feel something inside me saying I really have to strongly fight on. Dan the Man. There we go. Thank you, Dan, for the first tip of the night.
That means fucking face.
What singable memes will we have from this game? I wonder. Okay, hold on. Doo-be-doo. I'm just deleting a bunch of stuff before we get started here tonight. Get distracted. And then we're going to start. I don't even know. Again, I don't even know what the gameplay loop is or anything. We're going to see. I got a $1 tip. From Kirk always wins. As a free speech absolutist, I can't wait for you to defend democracy against invading grotesque, creepy, crawly alien life forms. Thank you for the $1 tip, Kirk. Okay. I think we're ready to boot it up. Are we ready? Hope Tope says, wait to listen to feedback. Well, there's a difference between feedback and getting screamed at for 2 months, so I figured I would give it a shot because no one was tuning into my RPG streams regardless, so I might as well do something someone's gonna watch, right? Okay.
Alright, let's go to the...
I need that money. I really
This
do.
one's
I
gonna
need that
show
money.
him getting his ass blown to
I
bits.
really need that money.
Okay,
Really need that money.
let's go.
I need that money. I really do. I need that money.
This is way too long. Alright. They got to duty though.
What the hell? We like landed next to each other perfectly. Look.
And fear the shadow of neither death nor tyranny, for justice is your cause.
Yeah, if you're cool.
Calling down support weapons.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Okay.
Found something. Calling down support weapons.
I do have an orbital strike. Oh, cool. We so choose to use it. Alright. Oh shit, that guy landed on his ass. You saw that? You took a tumble.
Let's play. Affirmative.
Gonna start in about 30 seconds.
Why is he shooting me? Oh,
Why
he's
is he
shooting me. He just killed me.
Reinforcing.
Why did he do that?
He didn't
What
do
was
it
the
on
point of that?
purpose. Maybe it's because of the hat you fucking chose.
Why did he kill me?
You nerd. He walked right into that one. That one was fucking funny.
Why did he kill me again?
Why did he kill me again?
Point me to the enemy.
He has the...
Why is he doing this?
He
Like,
has
what's
the
the point?
girl voice too.
What's the point of doing this? It's just making the mission harder, is it not? Right? Like, why would you do that? It doesn't make sense.
Reporting to
See, he was going for the bug. You were standing in the way of the bugs and got hit by accident. Watch out, run from the bugs. Run, DSP, run! Dude, this game is fucking awesome. Run, DSP, run!
Did he quit? Did he just quit the game? I think
I'm
he quit the
pretty
game,
sure
right?
you guys got over.
He died, and no one summoned him back?
What do I do? Oh shit. He's gonna die, run! Ah! He died. Dang. Gonna be reinforced here in a minute.
Is he still in the game? If he's still in the game, he's gonna keep doing it. I might as well just quit, right?
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, look.
It's just funny the third time it was the first time, man. Fucking
This is the
hilarious.
game you guys wanted me to play. This is what I'm facing tonight. Okay. Well, that was fun. But what was the point of that? Right? I don't get it.
I don't know.
I'm a total loss. You tell me what that accomplished.
Managed democracy calls for aid.
Okay.
Only you can answer, Helldiver. Where will
I
you
don't
take
want
your
to play
stand?
Helldiver.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters.
Okay. Try again. Level 21
Orbit
Sergeant.
synchronized.
Alright. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I do like the music. Okay.
Let them brawl.
Is the guy I'm helping?
Let them face the insurmountable might of the Helldivers.
Support weapon inbound.
North, 300 meters.
Okay. If we put this away, you could save it for later, correct? I'll use my regular machine gun until I want the heavy. Okay. What is this person doing? We are uploading escape pod data. Oh. Okay. So the first match I tried to play glitched out completely and didn't work at all. They couldn't revive me. The second match, someone is just grief killing me over and over for no good reason. Oh no.
Dude, let me see. God damn, Peter.
Bag's empty.
Okay.
Dark tunnel freak.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Get some. Get some.
Well, there's a lot of bugs coming. I don't like this.
There's a lot
Obviously,
of bugs
as you guys
coming. I
saw,
don't like
it's going to be a
it.
little bit tougher doing it my style, which is not having an established party, but instead just doing it randomly, the quick play, because it's hit or miss, and you might get a match with an idiot like that, the guy who kept briefing me, and I'm like, why is he doing that? Like, you're not affecting the stream in any way. You're not, it's not really trolling, because I don't even know what I'm doing tonight anyway. It's just baffling. It's like, this is a human with a brain in their head on the other end of this, who's just doing this and thinks that this is like a productive use of their time. I mean, what a complete loser idiot. What was the point of that? It served no purpose at all, right? At the same time, it was fun some of the night when I kind of knew what I was doing. So anyway, yeah, I'm curious to play more. If you are watching this on demand, I would love some comments on the video to let me know, what did you think? Do you have advice? You know, do you think was it entertaining to watch someone who had no idea what they were doing try to figure this out? Or, you know what? All right. And yeah, I will definitely play it more next week at some point. But for now, thank you all for watching this fun stream of Helldivers 2.
What? Oh God. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, should we watch that? Dude, I still can't believe Cobra's getting evicted. I still can't. Okay, that's what.
Work with real meteorologists a couple of times. Andrew also lived by himself, taking care of all of his needs. Granted, he didn't make enough money to pay for the apartment and eventually had to move back to the house, where he finds himself in his current situation, living with his mom, dad, and brother Joe. And that was when Andy began to behave in this way. And to say that the family is dysfunctional would be a massive understatement. Let me just show you an average interaction between Andy and his family.
You deny me my test kit for sugar.
Wait, I'm sorry. I might have missed something. You two, what?
My medications that is at your house, my property, and my medical rights.
Oh, that's good, Andy. You know, you can play this game too, because right now I'm doing the same thing you are.
And I've been recording you all along.
Well, good.
It's going on YouTube to how you treat me.
The main thing that Andy accuses his family of is neglect. He will start recording, making claims that his family is denying him his prescriptions, denying him proper care, and not helping him in any way. He'll take this video, edit it, and post it to his YouTube channel, all in an attempt to get pity. That is the main purpose of his presence on social media, to post videos about how his family quote-unquote abuses him and how he is seeking help from the state, only to claim that he has received none. He has received thousands of hours of consultation over the phone, hundreds of hours of in-person care, thousands in medications, and even more in adult diapers. And you know what Andy does with all of these things?
Okay.
Throws them away and tries to blame it on his family members. So they've had to start documenting the things that he's destroyed himself. Here is Andy's father Tom and brother Joe confronting Andy about this.
Why are you forcing me to have
Obvious,
those
Joe, a
things?
lot of it was destroyed.
Yeah, I destroyed my medicines. As
He
you
opened
say, I
them up
don't
and
need
threw
them.
them
I
out.
don't need help.
So,
Do I
good.
think
I don't
aliens
need
are
your
Makes it
real?
easy for me.
That's a very complicated question. It depends on whether or not, or how you define life. Because microbial life is a possibility, you know? But whether or not there is sentient life is another thing.
To get it out.
You said that I don't need help. I used to do this stuff all myself.
What are you still twisting things you never said?
Disturbing you
Because
on
if you're
recording,
misbehaving,
Joe.
yeah, Andy, I'm
Uncontrollable.
recording too. Crap.
Yeah, well, I want that thrown away.
Bro,
I
what
don't
the
want
fuck
it.
is this?
I don't want it. I don't have autism. I fucking fake.
Good.
Can you please let me throw it out? It's my shit.
Nah, I'm a pseudo intellectual. I'm a moron masquerading. Well, I have some. What is it? Fuck. I have so much of everything just around right now. I have my Sherlock right here, pretty much. I have 2 pins and the dab rig. But I'm not really smoking much because my dog's in, and I can't really smoke busy here right now.
You're having a temper
Please,
tantrum, Andy.
I want
This
to
is
throw
not
it
even
out. I
acceptable.
don't want to have
bro.
autism anymore.
Oh, well.
Wait a minute.
Please. I don't
Let's go
want
back to
diapers
this.
anymore. Please. You're forcing me to do something I don't want because you're
Well,
hurting me.
Andy, if you wouldn't act like this, Andy, if you didn't act like this, we wouldn't have this problem.
Do this shit.
But I did make some edibles earlier.
Yeah, calm.
You're instigating me, and you're being allowed to do this.
I'm pretty much trying to live life, yeah. I love all. I think aliens might be real. I made some edibles earlier that made me think about whether or not aliens were real. It was pretty good.
This to me, and I'm asking you to please throw it
allowed to do
out.
this. You're right.
I don't want it anymore.
Well, you don't have a choice in the matter when you misbehave.
Yeah.
Like
I
this,
don't want
we have
them
to do what we
anymore,
have to do.
please.
His family is truly damned if they do, and damned if they don't. If they allow Andy to throw out these items, then he's just gonna pin it all on them. He's done it in the past, and if they do confront Andy on throwing these things out, he claims that they're forcing him to use them. Andrew's interactions with these diapers are beyond vile, and one of the things that he's most well known for, but also one of the things that I refuse to touch on very much in this video. The things that I have seen and heard are beyond graphic. From infections to talk of just how much Andy likes these diapers, it is hands down some of the most disgusting stuff I have ever had to look into.
Wait a minute. Look at that carpet and shit, bro. Look at that. Seriously, look at that. Ew, bro. This is fucking disgusting. Oh man, this is awful. It looks like there's some mold growing in the corner there. Nice.
I beg you to take my word for it. In the previous clip, you heard Andy mention that he didn't like being called a fake. What he's referencing is the fact that everybody mentions that he's never actually been diagnosed with autism, which he adamantly claims to have. If you point out this medical fact that Andy has proven himself, well, he's gonna absolutely lose it on you. Here he is throwing a temper tantrum over being called a fake by his brother and father.
I'm gonna break this so I don't have it!
Oh,
I can't wanna live anymore because you bullied me!
Bro, this is illness. An adult man of his age should not act this way. You know, I don't want to sound mean, but this sounds like actual mental retardation. Like he mentally regressed. This is nuts.
He freaking threw
me. You bullied me!
He acts like a middle schooler, right? He can't handle the criticism.
Bullied me and the cops allow you to do it to me!
Okay, Google, turn on living room light.
Can you go upstairs? Please,
No.
I feel cornered.
No. No.
Please, I want...
We have that for my brother. He's disabled. Well, he's physically. He has cerebral palsy, right? And that's what he has to get up around. It's pretty good for people with disabilities. I'm not gonna lie.
To be left alone, you...
Just in case he does something.
Dad, I want to be left alone. You're bullying me. Please, I want you to stop. I want to get my sneakers, Dad, so I can go run away. Please, I want to get my sneakers since you fucking called me a fucking fake. And you hurt me. I want to get my sneakers, please.
Yeah, he dumped the cranberry juice all the way. He dumped his cranberry juice down there. Into the dog food, destroying the dog food. No.
I'm scared of you,
I don't
Dad.
care what you think you are.
Bro, why? Why did you have to destroy the dog food though? What did the dog... Dieter, if I dumped orange juice in your dog food, would you be mad at me? Would you be mad, bro? If I just like one day said fuck this and dumped a bunch of stuff in your dog food, yeah, you wouldn't be too happy, huh? No? Would you be happy or would you be upset? What? Well, would you be mad? You gotta tell people. Would you be mad? Yes or no? I can't hear you, buddy. You gotta tell them. So, okay, let me ask you again. If one day I just got like super pissed off and it was like, oh, fuck this, and the whole can of coffee or dog food, right? Would you be? What would you do? Would you bite me on? Is that what you? All right, he's not safe. I put him on.
I'm scared of you. You abused me.
It is widely speculated that Andy suffers from Munchausen syndrome. It is a rare type of mental disorder in which a person fakes illness. The person may lie about symptoms, make themselves appear to look sick, or make themselves purposefully unwell. Andy has been proven to have done all of these things. If you want indisputable proof that he has not been diagnosed with autism, then look no further with this call from the Office of People with Developmental Disabilities, where they state in very plain terms that he has never been diagnosed.
Between February and March 2019, age 33, several psychiatric reports were completed.
Wait a minute. Is it legal to reproduce this?
Completed by Trinity Medical, Western New York, PC, and Erie County Medical Center for Mr. Ditch, attachment 16. While some of these reports indicate that Mr. Ditch had an autism spectrum disorder, none of them reference any testing to support this diagnosis. The Erie County Medical Center noted in its March 7, 2019 report, SWAPIC referral details. Per collateral, Andrew has an IQ of 80, central auditory processing disorder, and another processing disorder. He does not have autism. He does not have autism. He does not have autism.
That was the statement of the Office of People with Developmental Disabilities. They went on to say that they believed Andy suffered from schizoaffective disorder, and that his self-diagnosis of autism was in line with symptoms of that. His family are all very aware of this, and his brother Joe has absolutely no patience for any of it, and rightly so. Joe despises Andy for the way that he acts, especially the way that he treats their parents. So when Andy comes up to him and tries to solicit sympathy, Joe isn't afraid to start blaring his trumpet, much to the disdain of Andy.
Didn't want to go with Dad to my
Maybe I should show you what abuse does to an individual with this.
Please leave me.
I'm not going to leave this. Tomorrow I'm going to play what my doctors and school records show.
You're not going to leave? Then I'm going to call the police and have you removed,
Good.
Andy.
Good, do so. I want you to.
Then get out!
Stop!
Then move! Get out of my room!
No, I'm not
Move,
going to.
bitch. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. Herb, don't do that. The dog is right there, home. That's horrible.
Get out.
No.
Get
I'm not giving in to you.
out.
You can abuse me all you want. I'm not going.
Whoa.
And please move. I gotta go to the bathroom.
No, I don't.
I'll help you. Move. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Then go. I'll follow you.
You're not following me.
Because I'm
Because
going
then you're
upstairs
harassing
and make sure
me.
you hear how I feel. I don't want you to hurt my ears. I don't want you to hurt my ears.
Oh, God. Bro, look at what he's done to that door. I would have kicked him the fuck out. I would have put him in a mental institution. I would have gotten him the help he needs, and I would have gotten him the fuck out of my house.
You're not hurting my ears. I'm not going to allow you to hurt my ears. I'm not going to allow you to hurt my ears. Move. I'm beating you. I don't want to be you abusing me. I don't want you to hurt my ears.
Rammed me in the wall.
Another thing that Andy is particularly fond of is covering up his ears and claiming that any loud noise is bothering him. Now you're probably saying, hey, Kiwi Tapes, that's awfully insensitive. You just heard that he suffered from processing.
Okay, I have a thing. Hey, what up? How are you? I have a thing random with random noise. I don't like random. I don't. It makes me. I'm just
saying issues. And I'd say that you're right. If Andy hasn't had a well-documented history of going to rock and roll concerts. That's right, the guy who assaulted his brother over a little trumpet playing is actively attending rock and roll concerts. If it was something more mellow, like...
Wait a minute, maybe he just doesn't like the beautiful sound of a trumpet. You ever think of that? No, you didn't. You didn't consider his needs, bro. You didn't consider... Oh, I try. You didn't consider his needs. And that's what he said. He said, no, you don't consider my needs.
Blues or jazz? Maybe. But in my experience, the only thing louder than a rock concert is an EDM festival. You cannot tell me that that kind of environment, packed with people, really loud, is more acceptable to Andy than his brother simply playing the trumpet. And even his own father trying to play a little bit of rock on his guitar.
Okay, Andy, you need to go and get off out of my room because You're not welcome up here.
I need to get away from you.
It doesn't matter. You either
Get
go
away
outside
from me or I'm going,
or you
please.
sit in the living room while we finish eating, and then we'll be out of your way. We need to go.
You say that every
Andy,
single night.
follow
Andy will be up here
instructions.
until you come up.
No,
What the fuck did he just say?
What is the address?
He's crying because someone is playing loud music and he called the police. What's the matter, Big? I know, this guy's just ridiculous.
Help me, please! Help me, please! My dad's hurting my ears! I'm at home! Please sing me!
Tom, on the off chance you ever watch this, you're a great guitar player. And Joe, you really know how to play the trumpet, man. It's a shame that your brother/son will allow a crowd of complete strangers to enjoy their music, but God forbid you try to play a little bit of your own. They gave him like a 5-minute warning before they even started playing. His father told him what was going to go on and to either go outside or go to the living room.
Wait, that was the old man playing the guitar, dude? I want that old be the one that was just like shredding on the guitar. That would be fucking hilarious. Well, I don't know if he's getting actual like what is it, public assistance for it. He might be, because he does seem to be mentally stunted somehow.
Somewhere where it wouldn't hurt his ears. What does Andy do? Fires up the video camera, and then completely ruins your jam session by calling the police. It seems like whenever the attention's not on Andy, then there's problems. He has this habit of making other family members' misfortune all about himself. When his father hurt his ankle real bad, Andy demanded to be taken to the hospital for sympathy pains, and when his mother's health was failing, Andy resented her for taking his father's attention from him. Andy really seems to hold his mother in contempt, and public opinion believes it is because she requires so much care from his father, care that Andy believes he should be receiving. Andy's parents are both elderly, and sometimes his mom requires a walker, but instead of seeing this and offering help, Andy feels jealousy. So one day when he found his mom collapsed on the floor, instead of helping her, Andy pulls out his video camera and starts recording.
Why did you fall when you were sitting on the toilet?
I got off the toilet.
Oh, I would have beat his ass. Oh, I would have beat his ass. How are you gonna do your mom?
And you can't get up, and you couldn't call anyone.
I did.
Okay, Google, broadcast. Dad, Mom is on the floor. She fell right off the toilet. She's on the dog's bed. Did you lose? Is it sugar?
Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. No, I think he's just a person that grew up until the age of like 12 and then stopped growing. I think he needs to get his ass kicked. He's probably challenged, so I probably shouldn't say that. But if he's not, man, and he's just like faking all this shit, he needs to get his ass
Why
kicked.
were you sitting in the toilet for 2 hours?
I'm doing a puzzle.
For 2 hours sitting in the toilet? Did you poop or anything?
No.
You were just peeing. You were sitting there.
Andy didn't lift a finger. He simply called his dad to come help. And then Joe coming in asking her what she's doing. The look she gives him is priceless. It's like, what the hell do you think I'm doing? Andy would rather see his mother struggling to get up than attempt to help her in any way but calling Dad. And this hasn't happened just once, but twice.
Dad, she's leaning off the chair and she's going to bend over.
She does a lot of things. That's why I say you gotta watch her.
She's like Grandma.
Andy, please.
Oh man, I would have.
Well, Mom, you don't.
I would have put him in a mental institution. I would have tried to get him the help he needs. And I would have gotten him the fuck out of my house, bro.
Do anything.
No,
He's
Look
laying
at that
in bed all day.
So be quiet, please.
Dude, how are you gonna do Santa Claus like?
Yeah, you don't do much of
How is he gonna do
The
him?
past 2 days, I was taking it easy for my emotional well-being, Dad.
Oh hell no! I gotta take it easy. Emotional well-being. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my god, bro! I can't believe this, dude. I want to slap the shit out of this guy. And
There are two things about this video that really get me. First and foremost being the criticism that Andy is spewing forth, sitting on the couch, wiggling his toes, and telling his mom that she's like Grandma, she doesn't do anything. All while his dad, who I've never seen without a lower back brace, helps her up to use her walker. Which leads me to my second point. Do these two people look like they could abuse Andy? Do they look like they should be legally required to take care of Andy? For Christ's sakes, Andrew went to the courts and tried to make them legally force his parents to change his diapers. You see, despite the way Andy acts, he's never...
Hold up. Hold up.
afraid to get the legal process involved.
Wait a minute. Did he just say that he went to court to tell them that they had to change his diapers?
In particular, he likes to bring up his rights quite often. Andy will go from speaking in the third person to then talking about why the police can't do this because it violates his human rights, all to the 911 operators who are very well familiar with who he is and what he tries to do to his family.
Well, I also went out of Dad's house. I have a right to throw out my diapers. I have a right to throw out my medications. I was allowed to throw out my medications pill by pill, but I'm not allowed to throw out my...
He's using... He's using the fucking diapers, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Using them, he's completely okay. He has no fucking problem with them. He's just a fucking... Exactly, he's a lazy fucking man baby.
My diapers? Because you guys are depriving me my civil rights?
Andrew Ditch has contacted the police hundreds of times, usually claiming abuse suffered at the hands of his family.
Dude, I want to contact the FBI and be like, hey, you guys get like one free pass, right? In Minecraft, you guys get one free, one free I Spy with your little eye type situation. No? Well.
Family, demanding that either the police officers make them provide him proper care or take him to a group home. The officers in the area, most of which know Andy, are extremely patient with him, especially the 911 operators. Andy has threatened them, told them lies that waste valuable police resources, and screamed in their ear. Not to mention the poor officers who Andy has flashed, assaulted, and subject to all of this madness for years. You would think that with how much Andy contacts the authorities, that he would have a modicum of respect for them. But it is the exact opposite, as just like everyone else, Andy sees them as there to serve him, and only him, leading to many negative personal interactions with the police.
I've been hit by a car so many times, and you know what? Put me on 941 because I'm going to run away from the house, from the hospital.
No, Andy, come on.
I'm running away. You
Andy,
can't hold me
Andy.
hostage.
Because he has, this is all psychosomatic for him. It's not real. It's a figment of his imagination. The only part is real for him is that he's mentally stunted. Everything else, like every other disability that he claims to have, is self-imposed.
Come on,
You
Andy.
can't hold me
We're not
hostage.
holding you hostage,
You're
but we
holding
need
me
you to.
hostage.
We need you to.
But honestly, I believe he should be in an institution. Because this guy is fucking...
You're holding me hostage.
We need you to go down to the
You're
ED.
holding me hostage. Oh, you abuse me.
Andy.
Yo.
You abuse me.
You can't be doing that.
You
okay?
abuse me.
You're gonna
Don't
fall
touch
down.
me. I don't want to be abused. Sir, I have a right to leave without being escorted out.
Not right now, you don't.
You're on
Why?
private property right now.
You're on private property.
Then fine.
You've been discharged.
Fine. You hurt my back. You hurt my back. I'm leaving. I'm
Andy,
leaving. I'm leaving.
Andy, we're trying to.
I'm leaving. I want to leave.
Oh, absolutely. He's acting, bro. Full stop.
This way.
Full stop. Humpty Dumpty here is absolutely... He's acting. It's fake. It's fake. He wants to be the center of attention. He wants an life, and this is the way he gets it.
My arm is numb.
My arm is numb.
I want to leave. I
Look too goddamn bad, bro.
They were simply trying to escort him out of the hospital, but Andy refused. He didn't want an escort. He wanted to go his own way, and that's what caused the issue. That clip was another brilliant display of Andy quoting his legal rights. Once he starts doing that, you can pretty much rest assured that he's not going to comply, because in his mind, you are no longer an authority figure. If you try to stop him, you will be one of the accused, one of the people responsible for making Andy's life as horrible as it is. Because as I've said before, that is the whole point of Andy whipping out the camera. When Andy whips out the camera, it's almost always an...
You know what this reminds me? Do you know a guy named Daniel Larson? It reminds me of that, honestly. But how could he do this to his parents, bro? Yeah, it reminds me of that. But he's just not hitting people to the point where he's like beating the shit out of them. I saw one time where Daniel Larson was punching himself in the face, right? Repeatedly, over and over and over and over again, right? Punching himself right in the face. And he was screaming, "The motel's trying to kill me." It was nuts. This guy is like one step below him.
in an attempt to solicit pity. He wants the people on his channel to see a video like that and see a man who is being abused by the system, as well as his family. It usually ends up displaying the exact opposite. A man in his 30s with complete disregard for his elderly parents. All I have seen in my time researching Andy is elder abuse.
The one thing I think is a little crazy, Daniel Larson, is the fact that this is a fully grown man with the full capability to use the facilities. You know, he doesn't have to use the diapers, but he's using them. That's a level of insanity that not even Daniel Larson. That's fucking weird.
I feel like there is no better example of this as to when Andy got arrested for his oil diffuser. This is probably the second most infamous event in Andrew Ditch lore. Don't worry, the first is yet to come. But as for the oil diffuser arrest, it's a doozy. It starts out with Andy putting an exorbitant amount of oil into his oil diffuser, a humidifier type device which you can add scents to that will spread throughout the room. The only problem is that certain types of oils have been known to affect people with breathing issues, as well as animals. Andy's parents...
Yep. You're not... If you have a small dog, you're not supposed to use Lysol. so I can't really use Lysol air freshener. Nope.
And their dogs all started to experience breathing issues. And upon confronting Andy about this, he refused to shut the oil diffuser off, claiming that it was for his emotional health and that they had absolutely no right to make him turn it off. The police were called, and an interaction would ensue that would end with Andy in cuffs.
It was so strong that you got that heart problem and breathing
Look
problem.
at that
I had
beautiful
to oxygen. I asked to turn it off. He refuses to do that. This morning when we came back from papers, the same thing. Even Joe, you can ask him. He had to go upstairs. We couldn't stand it because we're trying to eat, and he can't eat when it smells so bad. I have no idea. You'd have to ask him. He's videotaping us too.
I don't.
How do you do that to your elderly parents, bro? How?
Have to.
I couldn't
You're not.
even do that to
You're
my
not.
dog.
Is it court order?
We want to know if we can press
He's
charges
such a
because
good
this
chunk.
is our home
Oh,
and it's
big.
bothering our breathing.
You didn't ask me to turn off.
Could you stop shining that light in my face?
I can. Is that order? Or is that a violation? You gonna arrest me for having my light on camera?
Oh God, is he one of them stupid ass sovereign citizens?
Well, I did nothing wrong except for just trying to sit here, relax.
You did nothing wrong.
So I'm asking you to shut the oil diffuser off.
It's for my coping skills, and I don't have to answer to you unless it's a court order for it.
Andy,
Oh,
can you please?
Lord.
If there's a court order, is that a request or is it an
It doesn't
order?
have to be a court order. Why do you have to talk like this all the time?
Is that a request or is that a court
I'm
order for
getting
me not
pissed
having
with
my
you,
oil
bro.
diffuser that helps me relax?
You don't have
The
to.
cops
You don't need
getting
that.
pissed.
Your parents have. Your mother's on oxygen. It's bothering her. Okay.
I'm calling my lawyer.
Stand up and put your hands behind your back.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Stand up and put your hands.
Wait, did you hear that? He had one moment of like lucid thought. He's like, I'm calling my lawyer. Bro, you know what you're fucking. That's a horrible.
What do you mean?
Charged with resisting
I
arrest.
didn't do anything. Stand up! Right now! You're hurting me!
Stand up.
You're hurting me!
Stand up.
You're abusing me!
Well, that's what happened.
I'm hurting me! You're gonna shoot me! You're gonna shoot me! You're gonna shoot me! You're gonna
Services, this is Haley. How can I help you?
What?
I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm being arrested for my oil diffuser.
Okay, why are you being arrested right now?
For my oil
Probably.
diffuser. Officer He's arresting me for my oil diffuser.
Refusing to put his hands behind his back, so now he's going to be charged with resisting
I didn't do anything other than have an oil diffuser on. You're abusing me.
Wait, is he hitting himself with the phone? Yo.
I don't have to.
The oil diffuser incident is the perfect encapsulation of Andy's character. People politely ask him to turn off his oil diffuser because his mother is on oxygen and it's bothering her. Andy says no, the cops are called, and he resists the cops. That officer has had many interactions with Andy and was extremely patient with him throughout this whole thing. You have to wonder if this is really the outcome that Andy wants. Overly standoffish, unwilling to cooperate, and unwilling to believe that he is anything.
He's an elite. He subsists off the people that he lives with. He offers nothing. He just takes and takes and takes and takes. He pays no bills. He eats their food. He lives in the house. Because that's all they know how to do is just sit there and breathe, right? He doesn't go to work. He has no
Anything but the victim. And as soon as he's taken into custody, he starts making accusations against the officer and calling crisis hotlines. A lot of the content you've seen throughout here that's been audio have been messages that Andy has recorded himself while he's either talking to police or some kind of social services. During all of these calls, Andy is claiming to be the victim of some grave injustice, when in my opinion,
like when I wake up in the morning and I make my coffee and work. And then I come and I take my dog out, and then I get food, and then I come in here. This, it's like I feel like I've earned the right to sit down and bullshit. But this guy, where does he find his like sense of worth during this? You know?
It's been the family of Andy who have really been victimized. If you want proof of this, then look no further than the time Andy poisoned every one of them. Andrew Ditch has had a long history of tampering with people's food and drink. His father highly suspects that he was the cause of his antifreeze poisoning. He put super hot sauce in chili to serve to his 2 elderly parents, admits to putting laxatives in his father's coffee as a child, and then the most infamous incident in all of Andy Ditch lore. I'll let his local news station give you the rundown.
A man from the city of Tonawanda faces 3 felony charges accused of spiking the food of several of his family members. Police say 34-year-old Andrew Ditch put Epsom salts and laxatives in the food and the water reservoir of the...
Good. You should always feel accomplished when you earn $1.
family's coffee machine. The family members knew something was wrong when they all started to suffer from nausea, abdominal pain, and severe diarrhea. Ditch was arraigned and is being held on $5,000 bail. He will return to court tomorrow for a felony hearing.
He denies it. Last year, me and his brother, and even my wife, got sick constantly, running the john, diarrhea, even crap in our pants. No way to describe it, and we got frustrated. And he made a comment to one of his friends on the internet that he put laxative and Epsom salt in our food, our coffee and drinks, saying, you better really be close to run to the toilet. And I was wondering why my stomach was hurting so bad. Like I told my wife the one thing, I wanted to go to the hospital, but I didn't because I was just doubled up pain. And the strange thing is that since he's been gone, even though he doesn't like to hear it, we no longer have the problem, none of us. And it was going on for at least 6 months on and off here and there. And we thought it was something else.
For over 6 months, Andy was tampering with their food and drink. For those who don't know, Epsom salt is a magnesium supplement and laxative. Given the fact that Andy uses diapers, I would say that he's well versed in what the Epsom salt does, as well as the laxatives that he used to poison his elderly parents and brother. To what end, I have no idea. Like I've said, that part of Andy's personality is extremely disgusting and disturbing, so I would not be surprised if he got some kind of sick satisfaction out of it. Andy has done so much to his family, and many believe it is in an attempt to be placed in a group home. Andy has been placed in facilities before, but he doesn't have a good track record when it comes to respecting authority, so he is always swiftly ejected from the program, and the help is cut off from him forever. And you can't really blame these organizations when not only have they put up with Andy for thousands of hours already, but he's also spitting on the medical professionals, all because they won't let him leave, even though his doctor has ordered him to stay.
Can I please leave?
Sir, no.
Why?
Oh my fucking god.
I want to leave.
Hey, come on.
I want to leave. Can I please leave?
Fucking kidding me.
No. I have a right.
You've gotta actually be fucking kidding me.
That's how you're gonna be.
You've gotta be
asking
fucking
leave.
kidding me.
I have a right to leave.
Before you leave
gotta
after
be
that
fucking
crap.
kidding me.
I'm sorry, but you can't hold me against my will. I'm asking to...
You gotta be fucking kidding me. First off, the diapers fucking, but I would start throwing punches if somebody fucking spit on me. Especially when I'm trying to help them. Oh man, that's just disgusting.
And I'm glad to be arrested.
Assaults a man in a disgusting way in front of a police officer, then asks to please leave. In a nutshell, that is Andy Ditch. This has happened with countless medical services to the point where they don't really even have any more to offer him. He has degraded, insulted, and threatened so many people that he no longer is allowed to use many of these social services. Let me read you some statistics real quick about how much time and resources were used on Andy. 1,000 hours of securing medical records, 1,500 hours of crisis management, 200 hours of listening to consumer recordings, over 2,000 emails reviewed and responded to.
This motherfucker, everyone's time. This fucking guy.
200 hours of medical advocacy, 10 hours of advocacy with law enforcement, submitted 5 updates to the Office of People with Developmental Disabilities to assist with determining eligibility. This single organization has spent over 3,000 hours assisting Andrew Ditch in one way or another, and Andy will still claim in his videos that he receives no help for his disabilities.
I'm absolutely fucking flabbergasted by this fucking guy. I can't believe it. Dude, I can't. I'd kick his fucking ass out. I'd look at my wife, I'd look at the state of my house and what he's doing, and I'd call in, I'd say, hey, or I'd call Adult Protective Services, and I'd put him into the system. If he refuses to stop with this bullshit, right? Skip him out. What else can
Contradictions
you do?
of Andrew Ditch paint a very clear picture of the truth. Andy will say that he has problems with loud noises and go out to rock concerts. He'll say he receives no help from his parents when they help him as much as they physically can at their old age. He says he receives no help from mental services or the police when they've spent thousands of hours helping him, and he claims to have autism when it has been factually proven that he does not. Why does he do all of this, you ask? Common consensus is pity. Andrew Ditch wants you to look at his channel and see a man who has been absolutely abused by the system and his family. But anyone who takes a closer look sees right through that facade. Andrew has been doing stuff like this for years, and it shows absolutely no signs of stopping. You would think that your family dismissing the charges after you poisoned them would change your outlook, but if you ever go to Andy's brother Joe's channel, you'll get the real story, and you'll see just what the Ditch family struggles with daily. I will remember Andrew Ditch's story as one of the darkest and most depraved I have ever covered, with twists and turns I never expected, images I never wanted to see, nor will be able to unsee, and interactions so bizarre that they could only come from a man called the Poop Squatch. Meet and
wow, a Poop Squatch? What's the matter, bud? You go potty? Yeah. Alright, let me bring this to a close. Alright, guys, I'm gonna bring the stream to a close here. I gotta take this guy to the bathroom. Is that what you gotta do? Alright. I will see you guys next time. Have a good